Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Palantir Technologies. Um, uh, we all know Palantir Technologies by now. This is one of Kathy Wood's stocks investments, and she has been actively um, searching for buying this company, and we're going to dive in and see what's going on. For you guys who are not familiar, Palantir Technologies is a public American software company that specializes in big data analytics. Headquarters in Denver, Colorado, it was founded by Pete Thiel, Nathan and Joe Longsdale, Stephen Cohen, and Alex Karp in 2003. Okay, the company's been along for a long time. Okay, guys. Um, so, uh, so we move forward. We have Planetary Origin. So Palantir was founded in the early 2000s by PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel, Nathan Gidding, Joe Longsdale. Okay, Stephen Cohen and Alex Karp. The company name is derived from the Palantiri crystal ball, like seen stones from the Lord of the Rings. Okay, so the Denver-based company offers three platforms. They have the Planetary Gotham, used primarily by government agencies, Planetary Metropolis for banks, financial services firms, hedge funds, and Palantir Foundry, used by corporate clients. Okay, to speed up corporate adoption or artificial intelligence software. Okay, Palantir IBM announces a global partnership earlier this year. Under the deal, Palantir made for its Foundry software available to IBM's cloud computing customers. The Foundry platform is a centralized data operating system that lets users manage filters and visualize large data. Okay, guys. Um, One thing that I did want to point out is that the CEO, Alex co-founder Corp 2020 compensation was expectedly obscene. Okay, he had paid himself 1.1 billion in cash and stock compensation. His pay accounted for 4.9% of Palantir's revenue for 2020. That's a lot, guys. His compensation was exceptional. The New York Times reported that Carp was the highest paid CEO, a publicly traded company in 2020. So not only do you have to be good in the fact that Palantir has exceedingly high valuation of 40.7 sales, but you also have to constantly reconcile the fact that you're buying a stock whose CEO is tops in CEO compensation, putting him in the AFL CIO's data board as public enemy number one. But go ahead and make the play. Okay, guys, so here we have mixed signals about the company, and we are going to dive deeper, um, and we're going to visit Palantir um, webpage. Okay, guys. So bear with me as we go through the company uh, webpage. Okay. So here we have the 21 launch Foundry and Gotham. Here are their two software programs that that help people make real time decisions. Okay, so students have data. They need to make the best decision for safety, stability, and prosperity. But too often, their data is fragmented and locked in soulless. The people on the front lines of our most important problems don't have the information they need when they need it the most. At Plantier, we build software and lets organizations integrate their data, their decisions, and their operations into one platform. Our software empowers entire organizations to answer complex questions quickly by bringing the right data to the people who need it. Okay, guys. So let's go here to the gear store. This is a Palantir gear. Uh, this is new to me, but it's some of their products. And let's go visit Gotham, guys. Okay. So this is Gotham operating system for government decision making. Okay, so this is for used for government decision making. Okay, guys. So quite interesting. The operating system for government decision making. Gotham is an AI-ready platform that improves and accelerates decisions for operators at every echelon and in every domain: land, sea, airspace, and cyber. Okay, guys. So they have this technology. The, so here we have, for example, the future battle space is increasingly complex and adversaries are moving faster than ever. To make decisions, the institutions rely on diverse data coming from countless sensors around the world. Making sense of data is scale important through human capacity alone. Gotham was built for this context. It connects every aspect of decision-making process to enable faster, more accurate operations. Okay, so here you see um, how these satellites and this technology um, can work with humans in the military and all those things. So Palantir came up with groundbreaking technologies that help us make better decisions in combat zones. You are giving us advantages right now that we need. So that's testimony. Thousands of operating, millions of sensors, one pane of glass. So then they have AI enabled to continuously improve operations. Okay, so the AI technology helps them view, sort of like a map. Gotham 21 launch demo. Let's watch this. Hope you guys can hear. So there you go, guys. That was pretty interesting video to watch. How Palantir plans to help the U.S. government and other government agencies. And then here's Foundry. So Foundry is more of a commercial commercialized software that enables these companies, large companies, and give them an edge in their respective field, so to speak. So we're not trying to see the future, we're trying to create the future, and I can't imagine a better partner to be doing that with than Palantir. Okay, one thing that I do want to point out is that Palantir recently has signed a contract with Microsoft, which is pretty interesting. And I just think that this Microsoft can definitely help them create better software, because that's what Microsoft do. Now I think Palantir has the right idea. I just really think that they haven't quite executed and they haven't had finessed it. And they're trying to look for these partners to help them create this technology, because I think they lack the knowledge to create this thing that they want to build. Though they have been doing it, they have countless engineers to help them, but I think overall that the Microsoft deal will help them more, and also gives them a more, what you call it, more reinforcement to what they're trying to do. Okay, here's another video that talks about Palantir. This is
As engineers, and in particular as Formula One engineers, we are inherently driven by data. That culture generally leads to us building up a labyrinth of data from disparate sources. It's often really difficult to navigate.
Data integration, data modeling, and operations. Engineers want to take those insights and make real changes.
Originally, we envisaged using the platform to replace existing tools, to do repetitive analysis. Now we are tending to use the platform on the fly to test new hypotheses. It allows our engineers to focus on the ideas and possibilities that can really bring positive results.
For example, in a single Grand Prix, you have 2 hours of 2 cars with hundreds of real sensors and virtual sensors, and an average of 100 to 1,000 hertz per sensor. We take that raw sensor data and actually model it into a digital twin that maps the data to the real-world concepts engineers understand and think in intuitively, like vehicles, drivers, laps, speed, pressure. This modeling step is what makes it possible for engineers to ask and answer their hardest questions.
So in Formula One, the most precious commodity is time. You win the race by coming with the fastest technical solutions.
And what the platform allows them to do is to create that loop between their expertise and final operations.
The real advantage of the Palantir platform is that we can quickly, with one single front end, analyze lots of different data from different sources.
Scuderia Ferrari has been an excellent partner to Palantir, and it's been honestly a privilege to have the best automotive engineers in the world test drive new.
So there you go, guys. So Foundry Resources Optimizer, accelerate production, get the most out of your capital investments, sell more products. Resources Optimizer helps you make better use of what you have. Okay, so here high, medium, order in stocks and pre-expected. Okay, so this is Foundry, you guys, and Gotham. Okay, there are two main there are two main products, software products that they sell. Okay, guys, now bringing you guys back to this. I want to show you guys. So they have, of course, Palantir Metropolis for banks, financial services, firms, and hedge funds. They have Gotham for government agencies, and they have Palantir Foundry used for corporate clients. Okay, guys. So I hope this is gives you more insight of the company itself and my future stock analysis prediction for this company, you guys. I would say, okay, so here's you go, Gotham, Foundry, and Apollo. So we'll look at Apollo. It's in places, so SAS is gone before. So so here you can learn more about this. Our platforms are deployed to user environment, could never operate. Okay, so these are all their products. Your solutions for automotive, COVID-19, data protection, energy, insurance, law enforcement, manufacturing, sales and revenue, intelligence. Let's look at intelligence. Intelligence. Palantir empowers intelligence agencies to secure, derive actionable insight from sensitive data and achieve their most challenging operations objectives. Okay, Palantir was founded in Palantir Gotham. Those years' applications enables concurrent editing for collaborative analysis and reporting. Okay, guys, so build secure data foundation, access the right data at the right time. Okay, guys, protect data and preserve privacy and civil rights liberties. Okay, guys, so this is what Palantir is all about, you guys. Okay, this is what Palantir is all about. And here are some YouTube videos. We're gonna go to excuse me, guys, my favorite place. So this guy, he loves
Felix here, good.
He loves
Stocks course today. Glad to see you on there.
So this guy, you might have seen him on YouTube. He follows Palantir. I'm very sure he's probably invested in this company. And that's why he talks about it a lot. I am not invested in this company at all. Do I plan to invest in this company? I will give you my verdict at the end of the video. So stay tuned.
It's in my video from yesterday, in which case I wonder why on earth you're not subscribed. You really ought to be. But actually, surprisingly now, 55% of viewers are not subscribed. It's a bit of a strange one, but anyway, I'm not going to judge you for it. Now, who is using Azure? Microsoft Azure, of course, is their cloud system. And here is a list of some of their key guys, but we're going to jump past that. We're going to look at their big spenders. Verizon, almost 80 million. MSI Computers, 78 million. LG, 76 million. CenturyLink, 61 million. NTT, 48 million. Wikimedia, 42 million. LinkedIn, I mean, that is Microsoft. But yeah, News Corp, Fox & Co., 40 million. Adobe, 40 million. Intel, 38 million. So these are the biggest 10 well, 9 really, because LinkedIn doesn't really count. It's a Microsoft-owned company, customers of Microsoft. And the list is massive. I mean, look at these are their biggest ones. Airbus, for example, does that sound familiar? There are quite a lot of clients on here who are actually already Palantir customers, but obviously lots and lots who aren't. I think Coca-Cola, I think LexisNexis, a big kind of data research supply company, NBC, Polycom, Radio Shack, Reuters, Rio Tinto, here is another Palantir big customer. I mean, absolutely everybody, and is anybody pretty much. Uber, for example, are using it. 90% of the S&P 500 guys are using Microsoft Azure. And I always thought, well, Amazon is by far, with AWS, the market leader, and we were very excited by that deal, weren't we? But look at the trend here. And what we can see is that Microsoft is catching up. They now have 20% of the market share. And BMW Symphony also, yes, BMW also a Microsoft Azure customer. And Amazon is sort of not growing that much, not growing faster at least than the market is growing, so around 32% or so. And then we have IBM down here at maybe 5%. So together, that is 55, say 57, 60% of all the world's companies, because this is the world, because Alibaba is on here. I don't think they have a lot of North American customers, so this is worldwide. And so about 60% of all the cloud users in the world now have direct access to Palantir through their cloud providers. And that's pretty incredible. And that really is, I think, an achievement people don't quite realize. And when we go back to that job ad that got us all excited, which, by the way, is actually also on the Palantir.com website, so anybody who is wondering, is this legit or not? You can go on open positions, you can click on Seattle because that's where it is, and then you find it here, Manager Global Microsoft Alliance, and it links out to jobs.lever.co, and here you have it. And this is the word that really describes the whole thing to me: hyperscalers strategic relationship. This is what this is about. This is like leveraging your stock portfolio. This is like using options rather than buying shares. That's the difference between having a sales force and doing it yourself and simply hooking up with the leading companies in the world who are really good at selling. Microsoft still signs up 1,000 customers a day. And I mean, how long have they been around for? And how long have we been bashing Microsoft software and saying, well, it's not that great, right? I mean, I don't think it's the world's greatest, to be honest with you, but it's dominant, it's very well sold, and you kind of can't go without it. I mean, it is good in many ways, it's just frustrating sometimes. And then here we have, this is also, I think, a pretty good statistic, enterprise service as a software. The whole worldwide market again. So this is really worldwide. This includes China, India, markets where perhaps there are bigger local competitors. And Microsoft has a 34% market share of all. Sorry, that's annual growth. Apologies. They have about a 17% worldwide market share. Worldwide, every country in the world of enterprise software as a service, and it's growing 34%, which is absolutely tremendous. So, Downton's great to have you on the chat here. George, Symphony, Collins Gang, C.H., Patrick, Thomas, John, Algerius, and many others I might have missed. Because a lot of management, a lot of IT, loathe installing new systems because they just know, or from experience at least, they expect it to be a pain in the neck. So I think that's one of the big advantages. But then also just in reality, just that exposure, just Microsoft going out and pitching Palantir to all their clients, because they know if they don't, they might lose those clients to another setup. So what's the monetary value of this relationship, says Joe? Okay, that's a really good one. Let's get into that. So if you go on my Patreon, guys, and you click on Palantir, PLTR here, you see lots of stuff, but the thing up the top is a discounted cash flow model. And in that here, at the moment, okay, I have, just to explain to you a little bit how these things work. First of all, I really recommend you guys learn how to do this yourself, because they're not difficult, and it gives you a completely different understanding for how these things work. And you can do that on our Master Stocks course, which the enrollment closes in 15 hours, and there is a coupon on that, which is also down below. 29% discount, and the coupon is for July. And in that, I teach you all of that stuff, guys. So check that out. Just go over to the website. Also, again, the link is below. And we are joined here by our financial analyst here. Here she is. So now content is going to improve substantially with a cat meowing on my shoulder. If we look at what I had in here previously was this sort of growth trajectory. And let me show you what that is. So you have revenue here. So this essentially is a function of revenue and profitability. So you have revenue this year, I'm expecting 45%, next year 35%, and then they sort of decline. And that's what most analysts have. And they sort of say, well, they're going to get to sort of a Facebook-style growth in the maybe 20% in the long run. Say this gives us a one-time 5% boost just because we get $50 million worth of business by being able to pitch the world's or the US certainly largest customers and companies at 90% of the S&P 500. And we get, rather than 35% growth next year, we get 40% growth as a result. Look what happens to the fair value. So that's 3%, right? Sorry, $3-4, right? Now, if you think that that might last for, say, 2 years and it happens again the year after, then now you've gone up, say, $10 just on the basis of that. And you are not, you are
Okay, so you can see a lot of good things about it. I'm thinking he's very highly optimistic about the company, but those are just my thoughts. Government focused big data analytics. Palantir saw its stock rally from September. Palantir has postponed net losses every year since it's founded back in 2003. So they've never made any money, you guys. Stood at about 1.17 billion in 2010, although largely due to tag of being relatively mature yet unprofitable company isn't helping the narrative around Palantir stock. However, the economics of Palantir underlying business is clearly getting better. Adjusted operating margins rose to about 17% in 2020, up from negative levels in 2019. The company also recently raised adjusted free cash flow guidance for the year full 2021 from break even to excess of 150 million as revenue continues to scale up. Likely profits will continue to go up. Okay, so another category is likely to be strong performance. Palantir commercial operating. The commercial business was Palantir's biggest segment in 2019 has fallen behind. Okay, so those are a few things that are so Microsoft partnership. Connected Vehicles data starter Weeble partnered with Microsoft Palantir Sompo. So Connected Vehicle data startup Weeble has announced partnership with Microsoft Palantir and Sompo Holdings to improve its ability to collect, store, and analyze data from millions of connected vehicles around the world. Okay, so this is Weeble. So here's a few comments on people. This is awesome. I've been waiting for possible assured partnership. IMO, the job description has nothing to do with Weeble. I read the strategic relationship with Microsoft across the entire range of products. Recognize they start having more customers instead of U.S. government. True. One of the best Palantir analysis that you will come across. Has been a buzz around Palantir. However, few people actually understand that they need to know how they operate. Decide to take Tron. I am a data engineer, so article contains Let's see what this guy has to say. Overview: Palantir as a company was founded in 2003. However, they expanded operations. Palantir Gotham, Palantir founding transformed the way. So this must be one of the engineers there. With Microsoft Palantir Technologies and Sompo Holdings to transform the future and connect vehicle data. So they have plan to connect and make video data with Microsoft. Okay, guys. So we're going to look at Microsoft Azure. Okay, so if you guys just take your time, Microsoft Azure. I forget that this is not a touchscreen. Okay, Microsoft Azure. Okay, Microsoft Azure, commonly referred to Azure, is a cloud computing service created by Microsoft for building, testing, deploying, and managing applications and services to Microsoft managed data centers. So here is another so how does Microsoft Azure work? Let's take a look.
Microsoft Azure is a private and public cloud platform. You may be familiar with the Azure services that developers and IT professionals use to build, deploy, and manage applications. But how does it work? Azure uses a technology known as virtualization. Virtualization separates the tight coupling between a computer's CPU and its operating system using an abstraction layer called a hypervisor. The hypervisor emulates all the functions of a real computer and its CPU in a virtual machine. It can run multiple virtual machines at the same time, and each virtual machine can run any compatible operating system, such as Windows or Linux. Azure takes this virtualization technology and repeats it on a massive scale in Microsoft data centers throughout the world. Each data center has many racks filled with servers. Each server includes a hypervisor to run multiple virtual machines. A network switch provides connectivity to the servers. One server in each rack runs a special piece of software called a fabric controller. Each fabric controller is connected to another special piece of software known as the orchestrator. The orchestrator is responsible for managing everything that happens in Azure, including responding to user requests. Users make requests using the orchestrator's web API. The web API can be called by many tools, including the user interface of the Azure portal. When a user makes a request to create a virtual machine, the orchestrator packages everything that's needed, picks the best server rack, then sends the package and request to the fabric controller. Once the fabric controller has created the virtual machine, the user can connect to it. Azure makes it easy for developers and IT professionals to be agile when they build, deploy, and manage their applications and services. But this agility can have unintended consequences if unauthorized resources are created, or if resources are left running after they're no longer needed. The solution to this problem is to use Azure's resource access management tools as part of your organization's governance program. That's the subject of the next video in the series.
Hi there.
But
This
I
video
said,
is taken from my course AZ300 for Azure Architect. If you are interested in becoming an Azure
where
Architect,
is the protective mode for those companies? That's what I always worry about. And Microsoft. I mean, I actually buy Microsoft and things like PayPal every single month blindly. I don't look at the share price. I just buy it because I know it's going to grow. I know they're going 20%. I think it's particularly important.
Okay, guys, so we're getting near the end. Let's look at Palantir's future stock price. Where would Palantir Technology stock price be worth in 5 years? 2026 Palantir future stock price will be $97. Okay, guys, so that's what the stock forecast up to $40 US dollars. Okay, so very interesting, right, guys? Palantir Technologies Class A stock. Sure, I trade Palantir stock today. So these are just Palantir Technologies Class A Palantir forecast long-term predictions for the next months and years 2021. You see an uptrend here up to $40. Some say $90. Bullish or bearish. Here is a neutral. Market cap of 44 billion. And here's the max price of the stock for this few days, and so on and so forth. Week high was $40. Week low was for $26, and then so this is the future price predictions for 2023, $47, 2024, $69, and then 2026, $91, you guys. So the company has a lot of potential upside. Do I like Palantir Technologies? What do I think about Palantir Technologies? I'm gonna give you my input. Honestly, guys, I like Palantir Technologies. I'm very skeptical about what they do. You know, Palantir customers. Palantir is our largest defense and commercial institutions data analytics software company. Palantir has built its business with customers in large defense industry institutions like U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, CIA, companies like IBM, Amazon, and Airbus. Okay, guys? So Amazon uses their technology. IBM uses their technology. Okay, guys? Morgan Stanley uses their technology. The U.S. Department of Defense uses their technology. Okay? So, Schwartz Company has 125 customers after 17 years. 125 customers after 17 years. That's not very good, you guys. I think I have more clients than that, and I'm not even a tech genius or nothing like that. Let's just say I work in the environmental, maintaining the environment clean. It's where I work in, guys. So we're still working through Here you go. So let's look at their clients list, okay, guys? I don't get what the issue is here. I have 125 large companies as customers. Big whoop. You see, these guys are on the same page with me, and then this is not something that was So Palantir's filling says that 40% of revenue is generated in the U.S. with 60% generated internationally. The company says that it has clients over 150 countries. Of course, reconciling 150 countries, 125 customers have led the math exercise for the reader. So here's some type of lie. That's what this article is saying, because Palantir's filing says that 40% of revenue is generated in the U.S. with 60% generated internationally. The company says that it has clients in 150 countries. Of course, reconciling 150 countries with 125 customers is left as math exercise for the reader. So I'm going to play this video for you guys a little bit more, and then I'll be back.
For the Wall Street perception, I mean, in a sense, I don't really care where the money comes from. All money is good money, I take it all. But certainly, if that commercial side expands, and that's also why I'm excited about the Microsoft deal, it will make essentially Wall Street will eventually wake up. And they'll be like, oh, okay, they have 200 commercial customers. Oh, that's actually 200 of the Fortune 500 companies that are using them. I think I should look into that. I should actually study this. Because so far, I've not seen a single analyst do a decent report on Palantir. And that's where we are with Palantir. We are very, very early stages still with sort of Wall Street acceptance. My reface has got 70,000 on Palantir. I'll hold it for 10 years. I think it's a good time horizon for any stock to actually hold it for that time period, especially growth stocks. You should keep watching the details. You shouldn't just blindly hold it. You should listen to the earnings calls and read the financial statements and those kind of things every quarter, because things can change. But generally speaking, I think it's a very healthy horizon you have there. Blake is saying, how may Palantir share price be affected in the near term? Look, Blake, in the near term, it's all momentum. It's all perception. In the long term, it's numbers. So this, to me, this Microsoft deal will affect numbers in the long term. Will it affect numbers this quarter? No, because the time it takes us to sign up customers is still longer than that. But it has just widened our apparently already jam-packed full funnel. It has made that funnel wider, and it's just pulled in 90% of the Fortune 500 companies through the Microsoft tie-up. And if you read that job ad, they have joint sales teams and all that kind of stuff, which is going to come up. So let me show that to you again if you missed it. This is here literally from the Palantir website. Create and develop joint business plans with Microsoft teams, including launch planning, enablement, co-marketing strategies for the growth joint pipeline. So it's very early on, right? They're only just starting this, and lead the effective collaboration of deal-level tactics between Palantir sales teams and Microsoft and both new and existing customers to drive and sourced influenced revenue. So they really are going to cooperate. They really are going to work together, which is exactly why this is exciting. Is it going to bring a double the revenue in tomorrow? No, it's not. And I don't think that anybody should be in any stock if you are hoping for something like that to happen tomorrow. If that's what you're doing, guys, buy options, because that's what it's for, a leveraged, short-term, defined risk outcome for a week or a month. And I've literally spent all day long recording options lectures because I'm expanding the options program. So if that's what you're interested in, guys, check out my options trading course below, because that's really the better way of doing it. But if you are buying shares for the long run to accumulate and compound capital appreciation, you need a good time frame there. Woody Boy says, are there any more courses on the horizon, Felix? Definitely.
Okay, guys, so 17 years of operating, they have $750 million in revenue, 125.6 million, but they say their TAM is 119 billion. Maybe TAM is way overstated. They have 3/4 billion, and they are going to grow 2 orders of magnitude, and they haven't made more progress in 17 years than this is. Oh gosh. So here are some comments, you guys, of some people commenting on touching the fact that they only have 126 customers. Not a company. One of the cloud providers need to just buy them out and resell it as a service. Okay, so very negative reviews from this article in August 21, 2020. Okay, that was August 21. That was last year. Over the past few years, Palantir has made some adjustments to assert themselves as a software company, and well, this is pretty much it, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and got all the information that you needed from this video. Guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I will not be investing in Palantir. Well, I'm not gonna say I won't be investing in Palantir. If the share price drops to $15, okay, then I will. If the share price drops to $15, then I might consider, investing. But other than that, Okay, so I would probably invest. If I had $5,000 sitting around, I would probably invest in Palantir. Okay, at this moment, I'm not planning to invest on Palantir, and although I do like what they're doing, I just don't think it's competitive enough. Because there's two companies out there that I know have very much um, integrated this type of software system into their daily user experience, and these two companies are called. One of them is called Facebook, and the other one is called Microsoft. Okay, and I don't think that Palantir has what it takes to compete with Microsoft or Facebook, you guys. So, with that being said, I will not consider investing in Palantir for the moment, guys. For the moment. Um, I am not afraid to miss out. I have other companies that I would rather invest my money in, my hard-earned money in, and not take a chance on a company like Palantir, for example. Okay, guys. Um, that is my verdict, you guys. Um, do I think Palantir can make the $40 range? Yes, I do. I think I do. Just the fundamentals for the company. To me, you guys, this is how I see it. I see it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I see it. I see it as it's just software company. It's just software. No real AI. No real intelligence. I don't see it, you guys. I think Microsoft, is the major key player in software development. And that's why Palantir is asking to partner with Microsoft. So Microsoft does not need Palantir. Palantir needs Microsoft. Palantir needs IBM. Okay? Palantir has shown me a few times over and over. The fact that they only have 150 customers, it says nothing, you guys. I probably have 300 customers or more, and I've only been doing, what I do for 5 years. So, I mean, if I only have 150 customers, that's not a good thing if you ask me, and you would ask any business owner that same question. If you look at the difference, for example, if we go to let's look at Apple's CEO salary. Apple's Tim Cook pay package a total $14.7 million last year. $14.7 million, you guys. Okay, so this is what he got paid last year. I really wanna put this in context for you, okay, guys? Okay, I really want to show you guys. So I'm just gonna put this to the side, and now we're going to compare. I hope you guys can read this. Okay, I will make it bigger. So, I want to show you guys. Anyways, here you guys, you can see okay, look at the pay of what's his name? Cart. 1.1 billion in cash compensation. What about CEO pay package total 14.7 million last year? Okay, includes a base salary of 10.7 million in performance-based pay and nearly 1 million in travel and security expenses. So his pay was actually total about 14.7 million last year, guys. I mean, if this doesn't make you wary, then I don't know what does, but a CEO getting paid 1 billion US dollars compared to Tim Cook's Apple CEO, yeah, this is something really sketchy, and this is exactly what Warren Buffett warns us about. High-paid CEOs that are just taking the money from their shareholders. Okay, and this is a big red flag for me, and this tells me to stay away from this stock. Okay, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, you guys. I will tell you which stocks I'm going to buy in the next month, and I will, matter of fact, I will let you know right now. I'll let you know 2 of them. Okay, and here they are, you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you what stocks I'm planning to buy. Stock that I plan to buy, if the price drops, even if it doesn't drop, if I had another 15 or 10,000 grand in my account, I would definitely put them in. Alibaba. Alibaba, you guys, is a company somewhere like Amazon, a little bit different, and the revenue for this company is at 717 billion, okay, or 109 billion US dollars. Okay, guys, 109 billion US dollars. Stock is only worth $200, you guys. Okay, this is one that I already bought more shares of. I think I bought 5,000 shares last week, and if I get some more money before it goes up to 230, I will buy another $3,000 worth of shares to add to my thing. Now I will make another Alibaba video. I already have one in the video section, but you can go ahead and look for more videos that I've made in regards to Alibaba. But this is one stock that I think is on everybody's radar, and I think it's time to pull the trigger on this one, guys. Okay, Alibaba has had a few, bad moments in this year, but this is not something that they can't bounce back from, you guys. They are a large cap company, which is exactly what we're looking for as value investors. I don't plan to take my risk with Palantir Technologies. It's just a software, you guys. To me, I just see it as a plain old little software that helps people do certain things. I might be underestimating, but if you ask me, this software is already integrated in Alibaba. It's already integrated in Facebook, and it's already integrated in Microsoft and all these AI companies like Tesla. Guys, Palantir cannot compete. Okay? And that's my intake, guys. Please let me know what you think. Thank you, guys.